Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be listening to Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon for the very first time. The only thing we've listened to from Pink Floyd on this channel is Comfortably Numb. I've listened to it twice, the studio version and then the Pulse version, which was amazing. And I was immediately convinced that we have to do the Pink Floyd deep dive. So I'm excited to get started. And this was the recommended starting point. So I'm just gonna scooch it out of the way. I got my lyrics below. And yeah, we're just gonna jump in. I do have a bit of an overview, maybe like 3 or 4 pointers that I'll share with you. It was released on March 1st, 1973. This was Pink Floyd's 8th studio album. It was developed over time through live performances before being recorded at Abbey Road Studios in London. Oh, similar recording place as the Beatles? Or am I mixing things up? The album went on to become one of the best-selling and longest-charting albums in music history, remaining on the Billboard charts for years. At this point, Pink Floyd consisted of Roger Waters, David Gilmour, Richard Wright, and Nick Mason, working as a fully established unit. Okay. Roger had begun to take a stronger role in shaping the album's conceptual direction, while the band as a whole focused heavily on studio experimentation and cohesion. Okay, let's go for it. Oh my gosh, let me unmute, turn my volume up, maybe not too loud so that I blast my ears. And we're going to be listening to Speak to Me. Interesting. Let's go. That's great. It's like clocks ticking, heartbeat. That's great. That's amazing.
Breathe in the air. Don't be afraid to care. Leave, don't leave me. Look around, choose your own ground. How you live, how you fly. Smiles you'll give and tears you'll cry. All you touch and all you see is all your life will ever be. Run, rabbit, run. Dig that hole, get the sun. When at last the work is done, tide, balanced on the biggest wave, race towards an early grave.
So it's just clearly like transitioning into one another, which is actually really great. Because I've listened to a few different albums from different artists, and I've realized that they are meant to like be played back to back and not be paused because it's supposed to be a cohesive kind of listening experience. But I really love this so far. I feel like that very beginning speak to me was really great. It was like when somebody bangs together two bells and says it's time for us to sit and meditate. I love that. It tells me that I've entered a new place and I'm about to be a part of a new experience, which was wonderful. It was a little bit difficult for me to like hear like all the lyrics in this, probably because it's the first time I'm hearing it. So of course I'm gonna pull it back a bit and I'm gonna listen to some of the lyrics again. I love the part that says, "Don't be afraid to care. Leave, but don't leave me. Breathe in the air." I mean, okay, let's listen again. The instrumentation is amazing too. Actually, like I just loved the ambiance. Like this is great. Uh-huh. That's great.
Breathe, breathe in the air. Don't be afraid to care. Leave, don't leave me. Look around, choose your own ground. How
They,
you live, how
I don't know if they said choose your own ground. I feel like they said choose your own plans. Am I tripping?
choose your own ground.
Maybe you're wrong.
How you live, how you fly. Smiles you'll give and tears you'll cry. All you touch and all you see is all your life will ever be. Run, rabbit, run. Dig that hole, get the sun. When at last the work is done, don't sit down, it's time to dig another one. How you live and how you fly, but only if you ride the tide. Balanced on the biggest wave, race towards an early grave.
My gosh. uh wow. Oh, this song, it has a lot going on in terms of like its call to actions. Like it's telling us to breathe and not to be afraid to care, but then it's saying that, we're basically rushing towards an early grave. uh, I guess I feel like that's one of the things that I've like pondered a lot is like at the end of the day, like we are mortal, and so we are getting closer and closer to death, and sometimes I've asked the question, I think, because of course, like you're gonna think all these different things as you're like experiencing life for the first time, and I've often thought like, what's the point of it all? And I'm like, well, the point is, so a part of the point is to frolic and to just enjoy your life and be present for it. And I feel like, just like with Comfortably Numb, it's easy to kind of check out and not want to be a part of it, especially as you get caught up in routines and all of these different things. But trying to be present for your life and breathing and grounding yourself and just being there for it, the mundane nature of your day to day, if that's what it is. Sometimes there's beauty in the mundane, and despite this inevitable tragic end, we can enjoy our day to day and we can enjoy our lives. And it's really interesting. I find the line and all you touch and all you see is all you will ever be to be very interesting. I feel like like the more we lock ourselves off from experiences, whether it is just people that we think we don't understand, or music we do not appreciate, or places we do not want to go because of whatever reason, it's like we limit our true potential. Because it's like, if like all you expose yourself to are like the three things around you, it's like you've multiplied your potential by three. But if you expose yourself and give and be open, and if you're open to other people and other experiences, then you can grow exponentially, because now you're being multiplied by 1,000, and then you're unlocking parts of yourself you never knew existed. So I find that line to be so interesting, and just in terms of like just clearly explaining how you might limit yourself by just what you touch and what you see, and why you need to touch more things and see more things. I like that. Um, what else did I like? Run, rabbit, run. Dig that hole. Don't forget the sun. It's so interesting. Like it's like the song is catching up to you, but also trying to give you room to breathe, and that's interesting. I like it, man. This was nice. Wow, this was really great. I really enjoyed that. And then it's gonna transition into On the Run. And I love how it starts with saying breathe, breathe in the air. I can't sing. I'm sorry about that.
Breathe, breathe in the air.
That's great.
Don't be afraid to care. Leave, don't leave me.
That's wonderful. I wish we could talk about these things together in real time, because not being afraid to care is a big deal. It's a big deal. If you suffer loss and you suffer hurt and like heartbreak and pain, it's like the desire to protect yourself and shield yourself from heartbreak is intense. And I feel like there's courage in that, but there is like courage in just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna expose myself to all this hurt, because I don't want to be afraid of like new experiences. And like, because to love means you're opening yourself to loss. To take chances, to apply for something, means you're opening yourself to being rejected. It's like, if you're afraid, you're limiting your life, you're limiting, it's the same things. You're just like, but you stay safe, maybe. But if you choose to care, it's a courageous thing to choose to care. It's a courageous thing to open yourself to heartbreak, to defeat, to disappointment, to failure and rejection. That's brave. Keep on breathing, people. This is really fun. I'm gonna keep on going to On the Run.
When at last the work is done, don't sit down, it's time to dig another one. How you live and how you fly, but only if you ride the tide. Balanced on the biggest wave, race towards an early grave.
feel like I'm in a video game. Sounds like a. This is great. Ooh, that feels good.
Lippo ce l'hai? Non ce l'ho la testa io.
I want to say regarding On the Run, I had not expected that there would be tracks on this that would be purely just like instrumentals, which is like a pleasant surprise. Some of my favorite albums, some of my favorite music is just instrumentals. Like I love the video game called Eco. I love just listening to the track list for that. It's just so satisfying. And this was interesting because I feel like when music, and I've said this before, can take you on a journey or explain things to you without needing to say a word, that's just a job well done. And I felt like for this, I could hear a person running. It felt like a person being chased at one point, but now I've looked at this and it says like there was a plane that took off and it crashed, and that's interesting. It says live today, live for today, gone tomorrow. That's me. That's all of us. So this was really interesting to hear that and to just get a chance to be immersed into the sound. Um, I don't know, planes and plane crashes, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like every time those things happen, it's just crazy. It's just crazy that that could happen to like a group of people all at once. Like, what is that? What is that? Sometimes I feel like it's just a bad lottery. Like you buy a ticket and you pick the date, you pick the flight, you pick the time, and those are your numbers. Like that's just. And then if everything you run through this chat, this kind of sequence of numbers and lottery numbers, like how you're choosing the time of your death. Like if you choose to leave your house at a certain time and go with this person to this event at this, you know what I'm saying? It's like you could die, but you can't live your life holding your breath um and running from like the inevitable. Death will come when it wants to come. Like people spontaneously combust. Like live your life. Don't be running from it because it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Some people want to win the lottery for money. Sometimes you win. What did Jordan Peele say? Like what do we call a bad miracle? Sometimes you win a bad lottery, and that's just life. It's okay. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Just breathe. Okay? I'm enjoying this so far. So I wasn't expecting it to be dark like this, but it's called Dark Side of the Moon. But it's not like, I don't know, it's like it's not dark like in the sense of being depressing to me. Like I find it interesting because people tend to want to run away from certain conversations. They don't want to talk about it, but like it's a part of our life. A part of life is death, life and death, love and hate. It's a part of, like, if you didn't have one, how could you really truly and fully understand the other? Like they are two sides of the same coin, you know? And coins have the circular edge. What's happening in between that? Maybe that's our lives. Anyways, enough of my chatting. Let's keep on going to time. I'm really liking this. Oh my gosh. Well, I almost blew my eardrums out. Oh, that was the explosion I did play on. Ah. Boy. Time. Hmm. I love that. Oh. Whoa. Wow. Pull up the thing. Box cover. That crazy. I love this. But then, no, that's just excellent work. That's just excellent composition. Whoa. I love how it's just all the clocks and all the alarm clocks and all the bells and all the things colliding together. I love that. That's just a wonderful choice, and I feel like I'm getting the energy and the intention of the album, but I could be wrong. But I love it. That's so great. That's just excellent. I love it. Wow. I might have this on replay. This is too good.
showed you when to run. You missed the starting gun.
Oh, wow. That was great. Oh my God. That was great. Um, that was great. We're gonna be we're gonna listen to time again because it was so good. I feel like there's something to be said about like the collective disquiet that a lot of people feel in terms of just like their lives and feeling like their lives are going by them. I mean, that's my first impression of the song. And I'm gonna go and listen to it again and listen to the lyrics, but it was making me smile because I feel like not enough people talk about things like this, and like it needs to be spoken about. We need to talk about how, we're just like getting up every day to go to jobs for majority of the population, not everybody, but going to jobs we don't like, um, for things that we have no genuine interest or passion for. And we're being told we have to work until retirement before we could do the things we love. And, when he said, I'm back home again, And it's just, I don't know, like, it's just a very comforting song. Like, there's some amount of catharsis there. I feel like just acknowledging that frustration in such a beautiful way gives people an ability to have a release and to know that they're not alone. And I really appreciate the song, and I want to listen to it again. This is perhaps one of my favorite songs, you know. It is one of my favorite songs of all time. And perhaps they will like impress me with even more, and then my list will change. But I'm honestly just very, very impressed by this. I'm impressed by the composition. I'm impressed by the immersion, the writing, the guitar that appeared like halfway through was really impressive. Just a really, really good song. And now that we're going to listen to it again, I will share some of my other thoughts on each line. But like, wow, wow. That's just really great. That's just remarkable. This needs to be louder. Also, like the beat for me doesn't sound like even though it's kind of again tackling a very like sad topic, um I love how defiant the beat sounds. Like it's incredible. It almost feels like a standoff. It's really great. That's nice.
Digging away the moments that make up a dull day. Fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way.
Incredible vocals.
Picking around on a piece of ground in your hometown. Waiting for someone or something to show you the way. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. And you are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today. And then one day you find 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun.
And I'm so sorry to stop the guitar solo. We'll go back and listen to it again uninterrupted, but I have to talk about these two verses. Ticking away the moments that make up a dull day, you fritter and waste hours in an offhand way, kicking around in a piece of ground in your hometown, waiting for someone or something to show you the way. I feel like, clearly this is talking about like early days. You are bored and life seems uninteresting and you're waiting for an answer. And I feel like it's a part of like the how would I put it now? A part of the problem, or a part of the problem of how we've currently constructed our society and how we've taught people to think or not to think. We somehow, because we were our agency is taken away from us, because people don't say chart your own path and choose your own life. They say that, but like honestly, I don't think they mean it. And so, you know, because they've taken your ability to find your own answers, you're waiting for somebody to give you the answers or something to happen for you to, for you to now understand what you ought to be doing in your life. And I feel like that's just so sad. And it's funny because, as I said, this part is talking about what seems to be early life, like early childhood, and the chorus talks about that too. But I feel like also that could just be people doing their regular jobs and living their lives and, going through the routine of, the hours that make up their dull day, waiting for something or someone, whether it is just winning a prize or a show or some guy or some girl to come along. And, people often say nobody's going to come and save you. And it's sad, but it's true. Nobody's really gonna save you. And I feel like the closest I've ever come to like a savior is through music, is through people challenging and encouraging and saying, hey, you could do this, you can think differently, and we could go to these places. Like I feel like that's what this music is doing right now. And then for the chorus, where it says, tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain, you're young and life is long and there's time to kill. But then one day you find out that 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun. This is interesting because, and it made me smile because I went back to my childhood as well, when I used to be able to just lay down for hours at a time just looking at the clouds and guessing the shapes and finding faces and gazing across the landscape of my country and just like imagining who's living where and who's doing what. And those were fun days. And when I was younger, I was excited to be an adult. I was like, gosh, I want to grow up and move out from my mom's house and do my own thing. But boy, do I wish I could go back to lying on the ground and staring at the sky. Those were good days. Oh my gosh. And I guess, I don't know, I felt some comfort knowing that that was something I was able to do at one point. And I'm excited for the day that I might be able to do it again without worrying about death, because that's what happens. When you're having to survive, what you're actually worried about is death. If you stop doing the things that you need to do to pay your bills and all these different things, then you're facing death, and death is scary. But hopefully, we'll all be able to go back to those days and do those things. And then it says, no one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun. Oh my gosh. And I feel like that's what happens when a lot of people look at their lives and they think to themselves they're a failure. Like nobody came and said, "Oh, now is the time you need to open an investment account, and now is the time you need to start exercising and start eating right, because you won't be young forever." Um, you're not a failure, though. You're not a failure. You're not. I feel like there are a lot of people who share this sentiment of missing the starting gun, and trust me, if you feel that way, you are not alone. And I feel like, and I said this in Comfortably Numb, but it's just the music confesses that you're not crazy. Even though it starts out by saying, I'm crazy or whatever in that part and Speak to Me, we are all crazy. Well, I am at least. At least, that you and a bunch of people who like this music or like the song, we're all crazy together. And it resonates with us for one reason or another. Just incredible. Really incredible song. Did I go back too far?
Sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. And you are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today. And then one day you find 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. say.
Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't realize they did that. Is that what I thought it sounded familiar?
Home, home again.
This song is a work of art. I love that song here. This is one of my favorite songs of all time, man. Okay, this one's every year is getting shorter. Never seem to find the time. Plans that either come to naught or half a page of scribbled lines. Hanging on in quiet, desperation is the English way. The time is gone. The song is over. Though thought I'd something more to say. Why am I tripping with my reading right now? What I found interesting about this verse is how many of us have dreams that are incomplete, dreams that are like we've dreamt the dreams, but the taking the action is stalled or delayed, or we just not doing the thing because we think we have time, or maybe because of how our lives are structured we don't have the time to do the things we love. This was very visual. I could just see the person running on this miniature earth, and just kind of like this endless chase of the sun and time, and it's kind of like when you're behind it feels like you're just behind and there's no catching up. And I felt that you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death. But it's okay, we're all one day closer to death. Every year is getting shorter, never seem to find the time. I mean, I just see it hanging on in quiet desperation. I just love it. I love how confrontational this verse is, how much of a challenge it is, how much it's kind of like just saying the thing for what it is, versus everybody pretending, oh my God, I love my job and I love this thing and I love this thing and whatever. You love your art. You love your music. You love your pottery. You love your yoga. You love your meditation. You love walking in the park. That's what you love. And I don't know, you want to write a book, you want to write your poems and all these different things, like myself here. I have poems to write, I got things to say. And if I don't write the poems, how will I get better? Oh my gosh. I love the song, yeah, man. I love this. This is one of my favorites, honestly. And I didn't realize that they had done this. This is such a beautiful touch. It's like, it's not separate worlds, they're interwoven, and it's really good. Wow.
The time is gone, the song is over. Thought I'd something more to say. Home, home again. I like to be here when I can. When I come home, cold and tired, it's good to warm my bones beside the fire. Far away across the field, the tolling of the iron bell calls the faithful to their knees. You hear the softly spoken magic spell.
And I don't know what that means, but maybe it goes into the second one and explains what the softly spoken magic spells are. But, home, the things we love in life is crazy. Most of the things that we love, we never get enough of. Like, it always feels like you have limited time with your family, limited time to do the things you love, to take care of yourself. But, I guess soon and very soon, we'll probably find the solution. I'm working on finding a solution to that because, can't live your life this way. This is a beautiful song. This was an incredible, incredible, incredible listening experience. We're gonna continue to the great, what is it called? The Great Gig in the Sky, I think is what I saw previously. So we're gonna listen to that, and that would put us halfway through. Let me see how long money is. Oh God, money. Oh, us and them in equality. Okay. Interesting. Let's keep on going.
Home, cold and tired, across the fields, the tolling of the iron bell calls the faithful to their knees. You hear the softly spoken magic spell.
Okay.
And I am not frightened of dying. Any time will do, I don't mind. Why should I be frightened of dying? There's no reason for it, you've got to go sometime.
I heard that song. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sing. Incredible. Sing out. Wow. And now we're transitioning into part B. All right. Well, thank you for being here with me for the first part of Dark Side of the Moon. I'm having a wonderful time. The instrumentation, the composition of the album is really surprising to me. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't know if it was this. All I know is it's been very satisfying, a very satisfying listening experience. I think the second one, no, the third, On the Run, was very delightful to my ears. Just all of it, just really beautiful. Time is really good. Again, asking these questions about life and death. Am I not frightened of dying? Any time will do. I don't mind. Why should I be frightened of dying? There is no reason for it. You've got to go sometime. So they say. I guess, there's a lot scary about death, though. A lot of people have questions. I mean, it's scary because all you've known is living. But I don't know. I have many opinions about death, anyways. Ah, what an interesting thing. Hmm. I don't know. I've spoken about a wise relationship with death before, and I think the only thing that makes me scared of death is because it's unfamiliar. You're gonna be scared of what happens next, but I guess that's part of the fun. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Well, I've had fun. We're gonna pick up on side B, money, and then we will wrap up on what we're wrapping up on. Lord of mercy, me feed me last it on Eclipse. Yes, they say that this very first part of the album, the themes are birth, anxiety, time, and mortality. This side ends very intentionally with a great gig in the sky, which is emotional and existential peak about death. Existentialism. I like it. I'm having fun. We have a lot to talk about. I feel like this is gonna be a fun album review. I'm behind on album reviews, but it's good because I'm gonna go back, listen with fresh ears, and come back with all the new opinions, which is good. So I think it works out for all of us. I shall be seeing you soon for money, and yeah, I hope you're having a good time so far. And yeah, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.